Welcome back to Dented Dreams Garage. If we're going to get this thing running, we got to have turn signals. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. We're going to identify the power wire. We're then going to strip them. We're going to solder them to our turn signal. And then we're going to heat shrink it. So I've hooked my chassis power from the wiring harness to the battery. I've grounded it down here to the frame. So I have power to the car. I've already got the key on, and I turned on my turn signal. So it's clicking there. It's clicking here. So what should be happening up front here, one of these wires should be pulsing. So let's just get a light and check it. Alrighty, and I've already got my light grounded. So we'll try my brown wire first, which I believe is my ground. And I got nothing. Try my blue wire. And there's my turn signal. So now we gotta solder this on. It had some connectors on it before. We'll solder it. Now one thing that I got here is I do have a wiring harness diagram for the car. Highly recommend picking one up. We got this from Classic Car Wiring, and it's incredibly helpful. I know that my turn signal and parking light, I thought that was a ground, but actually it grounds in the bumper. So I have a parking light and then I have my directional signal. I have my blue and brown wire right here all the way, so the wiring harness is correct. But once you get to the turn signal portion, well, must have been replaced at some point in its life, and it's not the same. One is purple and one is black. So what we're going to do is we are going to solder and heat shrink these two wires in. Well, at first we're just going to test it, and we're going to look for which one is the brighter of the two. Turn signal should be brighter than the parking light, in theory. Problem is, probably will do nothing right now because it's not grounded. Maybe I can get this screw in somewhere and maybe it'll get enough ground to actually work, but that's what we're going to try. Let's try it. So I'm going to turn the key on with the left turn signal still on, and we'll see if it does anything. I don't think it will because it's not grounded and it's not in the bumper. So we'll try it though. Let's just give it a go. It could work. Could very well work. Oh, it's trying to work. Can you guys actually see that? Let me play with that a little. Huh. Yeah, that's trying to work. So we know that that's flashing right now. It's not flashing very bright. I'm going to bet that that's the parking light. I'm going to shut the power back off. I'm going to reverse this. And then we'll see what happens then. So right now, you can barely see that. I'll show you one more time. Pretty sure that's a parking light. All right, round 2 and firing the missile. That's not much better. Well, to be honest, as soon as I disconnected those wires, I don't actually know which one I had, so I might have repeated the exact process that I just did. Either way, that's not very impressive. Let me do a little troubleshooting. And then after that, we're going to assume it's just not very well grounded. And firing the missile. Kind of the same sad little thing it was doing. Oh. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. Let me move you a little closer. Hopefully the camera doesn't wobble. So, I was surprised it was working at all without the ground. You can barely see it pulsing there. The screw, the mounting screw, we'll put it to the... See how she gets brighter when that screw's touching? So I'll come up with a little ground here. That'll help us. Okay, jumper cables to the rescue again. I'm going to go ahead and put the camera, back where it was, and hopefully from out there you can actually see the bulb this time. Fire in the missile. I don't think my ground's working very well. I mean, it's better than it was. Definitely better than it was. I do believe that that is a turn signal. What I am going to go ahead and do, though, switch the wires of ground one more time. See if the other one looks brighter. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and turn the turn signal off and try the parking light. Let's do that. Well, I'm going to say that that one's the turn signal. I definitely want my turn signal to be brighter than my parking light. So, let's swap those wires around. Check this one more time. Alright, let's try this one more time. We'll do parking light first. Well, that's looking a lot more correct, isn't it? Now, let's do our turn signal. Ruh-roh. Hey, little guy. I think my little squeezed together wires came loose. Nope, nothing was actually wrong. My genius self turned the damn key off. Okay, now we have the right configuration here. So, I thought I blew a fuse for a second, but nope, just me not turning the key back on. So, turn signal, brighter than the parking light. Let's turn both on and see if we work. Well, that's interesting. Why can't things be easy? Alrighty, well, it took a little bit of troubleshooting, but I was able to find out why we all of a sudden randomly lost power like crazy. So, we fired up the parking light and the turn signal at the same time, lost everything. No tail lights, no dash turn signals, no nothing. Thought it was a fuse, checked everything with my little light, all had power. No power out here. What it turned out to be was my flasher. So I went and was feeling around under the dash till I finally found the sucker, and it was warm. And I don't exactly know what happened on the inside of here. It might be interesting to cut apart later. I might keep this. But yeah, swapped out the flasher unit, and we have turn signals. And we can turn the turn signal on with the parking light on now. We're functional. As you can see, we're working. So we're going to go ahead and permanentize those wires. Do the same thing to the other side. Then I guess we'll check the headlights. But that'll be another episode. Thanks for watching Dented Dreams Garage. And if you like our content, like and subscribe.